things. And so since work doesn't know what it needs, it's hard to figure out what the training ground for work, which is school, is supposed to do. And so we ended up producing this list. And I'll kind of read the list. I actually typed it up so it's a little nicer. And I believe this list is the new job description. Navigating real uncertainty. And I think everyone talks about uncertainty, but when it comes to the real stuff, it is really difficult. Building momentum under constraints. Like you're stuck, things aren't moving. How do I generate momentum? Not waiting for someone else to trigger momentum, but how do I generate momentum? You're executing under fire. So being under pressure is not like, oh my God, I can't think under pressure. No, it's like the norm. The new norm is being under fire, yet I have to action. I have to execute. The level of resilience you need to absorb setbacks, that could be criticism, that could be anything, but without spiraling. Our mind quickly pattern matches. It becomes an identity crisis. It becomes all kinds of things. And it's very easy to get to a place of everything is impossible. Why bother? You spiral very quick. The capacity to generate high energy ideas. Our thesis right now, it's a very early thesis, is the new group, the new industry or segment that we believe will understand our work the most are actually creatives. So think like artists, writers, designers, anybody who has to create, because they understand, I believe, this challenge more than people who are in the non-creative field. And it's hard to believe every job has to become creative, has to be part of human innovation. So this idea of generating high energy ideas. So imagine speaking to a creative saying, I can help you through a training program get more creative breakthroughs more often in the course of a week, in the course of a day. I can shorten your windows of downward spirals, shorten the window where you're stuck having a creative block, right? And then this last piece, exposure to progressively harder challenges. And I would add the word self-driven, meaning it's not like someone says, oh, you can do that. Well, I'm going to give you a harder job now. How about if it's the other way where I want to level up? Meaning as things get similar, I can automate it using technology, using other people. But I'm exposing myself to constantly look for harder challenges. All of this together saying most people, most teams are mentally out of shape. They lack the stamina for this type of work. When you read this list, right, and I put it here, and think of this list as the new job description. If every single job for human beings required this list, and I'm sure this list will grow, this list is what you need to be able to do, the skills you need to bring to any job you do. And if not, the notion of being mentally out of shape, like stamina, you can read this list and literally feel exhausted just from the list itself. And what we've been doing is we've been investing for 2 decades, almost 20 plus years, on just understanding human performance and how to think of human beings as the #1 lever for success.